Jim Norton in the studio, reading his Gene Simmons book.
Preparing, are you?
When is Gene coming by today? Huh?
4:30. We'll have Gene Simmons in.
All right.
Kiss, of course.
All right. We got to listen.
Really?
Gene Simmons is here, Anthony.
I like that.
Gene is here.
I like a lot of the music. We got to go?
No,
you don't have to go.
Outside a little bit.
Why don't they come in and why doesn't Gene come in and maybe they can meet Gene on the air?
All right, why don't we do that? Let's get Gene Simmons in.
Go to one mic, guys.
Let's talk to somebody.
Guys, share that one mic. There you go.
Can you imagine being homeless and next thing you know you're meeting Gene Simmons?
Gene Simmons.
And your name's Rock and Roll Tom.
Hey, guys, you familiar with Kiss? Hey.
This is a guy that's scaring me all the time.
Oh, my God.
Hey, guys, are you familiar with Kiss?
Where's he at?
Yeah, you know Kiss?
We're supposed to meet him.
All right, hold on. Get on the mic there.
Tippy Tom, you know Kiss?
You know, I remember these guys when they started in Greenwich Village in a church.
There you go.
Yes.
There he is, Gene Simmons.
I never met him.
All right, don't touch the rock star. Don't touch the rock star. Our only rule.
Was it right there?
All right.
Gene, we'd like you to meet Tommy Rock and Roll in the green and Tippy Tom in the wool cap. These are a couple of fine street people here in New York.
All right.
How you guys doing?
Well, they're going to be part of our homeless shopping spree tomorrow, Gene.
I just want to know if I can have some of whatever you're on.
Methadone.
He's on the methadone.
$1 million. And that way there.
Oh, my God.
Tippy, what are you on, Tippy?
Okay.
Well, it was nice to see you.
And a Bimble woman right. I want.
Oh, my God.
What more do I want?
He sounds a little like Bob Seger.
It might be Bob Seger. Where's he been lately?
Can you go like a rock? Can you do that?
I know he's going to kick my ass.
So he wants to get paid.
No, say like a rock.
He wants to get paid.
All right.
Is that you?
He's a big Foghat fan there.
You?
Yeah.
The ugly guy with
I remember your band years ago. You played Strutter. No. I remember. I got to say this. Strutter, Tommy.
Come on, Tommy.
You
Let him talk.
played in a church in Greenwich Village.
A church?
When you first started out. In the basement.
In the basement.
Yeah.
Does your family know what you're doing?
No, I was there.
Those are mothers of invention.
I was too sick.
You're hurting my head.
No.
You're hurting me.
Remember Greenwich Village?
No.
25 years
worth
ago?
of two.
Yes.
Shut up. You don't.
Well, he could be.
Strong arm, you know.
Just fighting.
Listen, are you two?
I remember when you guys first started.
I just wanted you to know, just one question.
Everybody's trying to talk.
Everybody talk at the same time.
Yeah, hold on.
Yeah.
Tippy, let him say something.
Tippy, would you two mind naming your first one after me? Would that be okay?
I'm going to name my first son Deuce.
All right.
Oh, my God.
Okay. Well, it was nice seeing you guys.
Yeah.
Hey, Gene.
All right, Tippy Tom is...
They want us out. They want
Why?
us out.
So I can be rich and famous and do your sister. Why?
Of course.
All right, Tippy and rock and roll. Why don't you leave...
Yeah, there you go. Keith, you could usher them out.
We'll get him back on the radio in a little bit, Anthony.
That's great.
Gene Simmons in the studio. We're going to talk to him next. We got to take a quick break, and we'll do that.
Gene, you don't recognize these two? They were actually in the Kiss lineup in 1980 through 84.
Not only do I not recognize them, I don't recognize myself.
This is. No, he's a member of the Kiss Army. Well, they've been defeated by. All right, they stink, man.
I have a Kiss coffin in my...
Well, please don't use it for a while.
Okay. Quick break. We'll be back with Gene Simmons.
All right.
And we're back with the Opie and Anthony Show. Kiss Domino in the studio. Gene Simmons, Anthony.
Yes, Gene joining us.
You know, I have to compliment you guys. The kilts you're wearing, the matching kilts.
Yeah.
If I was in jail, I'd want you right there with me, and I think you should keep banging those cassettes so we can hear it live on the air.
Oh, we like that. We're a sloppy radio show, Gene.
Yeah, totally
I've
sloppy.
already come twice. I don't know about you.
You could tell.
Bang those cassettes into the...
Isn't that great? You can tell by the people we hang out with, the homeless and whatnot.
I can see the nooses right there, so people can hang out. But these are semantics, and of course, I'm not anti-semantic. How about you?
No.
Let's open the door so we can just get lots of noise come into the microphone.
Well,
why not? It's a sloppy show.
It doesn't matter, right? I think we got off on the wrong foot with the homeless guys. And
I loved it.
And then you see you got a KISS calendar in front of you. And I have a feeling you think Ant and I are selling these KISS calendars.
Hey, if I were you,
I just want to let you know someone sent that to us, and we don't even know who.
No, listen, I don't blame
We thought it was one of your people, now we're finding out it's a bootleg?
Yeah, it is.
He knew in a second, which amazes me. You pick this up and go, it's a bootleg.
Because I have to.
Like, how the hell do you know that?
Because I have to approve all of it.
You approve everything.
You bet.
And you're looking at that now. Will you do something? Will you look into this calendar?
The first letter is a cease and desist.
Right.
Which means if you don't stop, I'm going to kill your whole family.
Nice.
And it's going to hurt you so much your ancestors are going to roll over their graves.
Exactly.
You'll see the earth mounds move. What's going on? They're rolling over.
You are really, well, you should be, serious about the protection of KISS and the merchandising, and it all goes to you.
No, it's not.
Not all goes to you, but you're pretty much the guy who wields the iron fist when it comes to this stuff.
Well, look, in a household, my household is no different than yours. You build a house, okay?
Oh, it's a lot different than mine.
No, I mean, conceptually, it's all the same. One guy's always watching out. Your girlfriend, I heard a noise. Go find out and risk your life.
I'll call Gene Simmons.
Yeah. So my house, we get to wear more makeup and higher heels than your mother, and that's what we do for a living. So if you break into my house, I'll destroy your entire family.
So you consider, like, that guy doing that, putting out a calendar.
House.
Right.
My house is intangible, and it consists of KISS and guys with makeup and stuff like that. That is the house.
Wow. Because I've noticed, especially over the past, 10 years or so, especially, even earlier, the merchandising of KISS has just gotten... You can't go anywhere without seeing an action figure.
That's good, and I'd like to be the first one to announce Christianity, a brand new religion.
Christianity, there you go.
That's right. Now, here's the premise of the religion. I think you'll find it an interesting notion. It has nothing to do with God. Nothing.
Really?
I figure anything or anyone, God in particular, who created all the known universe and everything and is eternal, doesn't have a self-esteem problem, doesn't need to hear you're the most powerful, you're the king of kings. Why should you? Number two is, God is not supposed to hear our prayers. Please let me be. You shall not petition the Lord with prayer. So that leaves nothing. There's nothing left to do except ignore God and just figure out how to get along with each other. So my only commandment in Christianity is get laid as much as you can.
That seems to be, would seem to be the way you get around it.
She's smiling and she's knowing. She's chewing her gum and going, yeah, I'll do you right now. Come on over here, Jew boy. Come on. So it's all good.
Now, what about this, the KISS coffin that we saw in the news?
Listen, you can either take a point of view about life as something serious and dark, or you can see life as half full. My point of view is have a good time, because every day you get one day less above ground, and guess what? Every day above ground is a good day. So have a point of view. Make it funny. Yes, you bet it's a KISS casket, but it's also cooler. Sunday afternoon, grab a cold one, watch the game, and open it up. And
has anyone been buried in one of these yet?
I really wasn't there to find out.
Really?
But you can, if you want to take that one last ride, why not? You can either go boring in a pine box or, hot rod it down to hell. Why not? But I tell you what, this is deadly serious about this. If you want one of those, if you keep moving that creaky chair, I'll buy you a new one.
I apologize.
No, it's a sloppy show. It's all good.
It is.
And you can get the KISS casket, incidentally, by logging on to KISSonline.com, or so help me God at your local funeral parlor.
We just thought you can get it from a funeral director. He will.
Well, that's what it is.
All right.
We're trying to get it into, Corvettes or whatever the
merchandising is getting a little silly at this point.
No, it's not. You're grown up. Yeah, but you're grown up. You stopped believing in magic. When you were a kid, you wanted to buy.
I like the lunchbox. That was cool.
Yeah, but you're still grown up. You lost your magic.
Cool.
No, that's for you. But the people who buy the other stuff, if you don't agree with it, who says it's cool or not cool?
I didn't say the action figures are cool.
Here's the main thing. Here's the main thing. One point in your life, you thought buying Cracker Jacks boxes were great. I
still like to.
Okay, well then you're in touch.
Games and stuff.
Then you're in touch.
Brings me back to being a child.
Well, it's not about that. For me, it's the notion of everything has got to have sort of a sense of humor. Nothing should be taken seriously. Not religion, nothing. And life should be about getting the peanuts and the popcorn, and guess what? You get a prize. That's what it should be about.
I like that answer.
The guy that made that calendar, when you have your hands around his throat, is going to go, wait, don't take it so seriously.
No, that only hurts a little bit. If I get,
I'm a fan, I swear.
No.
KISS Army.
No, if I get you in your wallet, that hurts more.
Yeah.
Never touch anybody else.
What is the Kiss empire worth these days?
Hell, I don't know. It's a lot.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, even though I'm proud to be, in the middle of the storm and all that, it really is about the fans. You cannot force anybody to buy anything or talk about anything unless they wanna. So this idea of foisting and it's manipulating, it's all nonsense. The truth is, it exists because the fans love it. And so somebody can sit on their high horse and say, this is cool, that's not cool. As far as I know, we don't have kings and queens in this country, and it is of the people, for the people, etc. And they decide what's cool and not us. So the reason the Empire goes 2,500 licenses is because they want it.
Oh, believe me, I got a family member there, Johnny Race. Rock and roll Johnny Race. That guy's insane. He has probably bought cars for you. With all the Kiss merchandise, this guy.
Tattoo, Anthony.
Yeah, he's got an Ace tattoo on his back. He's got Kiss stuff. I go in his house, and there's just like the basement, Kiss action figures, everything. Look, the Kiss phone. What? I don't think he's got that. Kiss watch. What else you got on?
I got a Kiss Visa card outside.
The Kiss Visa card?
Oh, yeah.
You ever come up with something?
Can you get Kiss points for it? And
no, you get nothing.
You get nothing.
All you do is you get it to whip it out at a party and become the center of attention.
Right.
You ever come up with something you thought was a good idea, and then you got it out there and went, well, okay.
Lots of stuff.
Like, give us one.
Oh, God. Hell, what was it? We stopped doing foods, really, because foods. Kind of like this. Well, although I got to tell you, this is the God's honest truth. There's a guy I'm talking with now whose family owns frozen foods and all that stuff. This is true, so help me God. We had a discussion with it yesterday. We're planning now. It'll take about 6 months. Gene Simmons meats. And I'll tell you how it goes. Starting off with Gene Simmons' tongue.
Oh, boy.
Because when you go into the supermarket section, everything's bright colored, and Cheerios has got little leprechauns and things, and that's Lucky Charms, I know. Everything's good except the fruit mark. Fruit's not interesting to me. Meat, flesh, it's just plain. Right. No. We're going to put colors and things to read on the back. And also make it waterproof so the blood doesn't rush to the other side. Here's the slogan for Gene Simmons' meat, starting off with Gene Simmons' tongue, of course.
Yeah.
Eat my meat, please. And even though it's a fun thing, that's exactly what it's going to be.
That's great. Eat my meat.
So help me. And you don't have to swallow. Just chew. But that's true.
Speaking of eating meat, what's your take on marriage?
Nice segue.
Well,
Thank you.
Here, first we start off with
the Segmeister.
Here's what we know. Well, it's about meat anyway, buying and selling. Don't for a second.
Hey, there you
it's
go.
It's not about that.
You don't got to
it's
sell
a flesh market, and that's what it's about.
We all know you pretty much banged more women than anyone else alive.
No, it's not about that. I prefer companionship, and I never use the coxman terms. Hey, did you get her? Yeah, Vinny. Let's go get a brew. No, it's not about that. Every woman's got to be treated with respect, and she has to be treated like a lady.
This is why you get
right.
ladies.
And always tell them the truth. I will never stay with you for the rest of my life. You're never going to be the only one.
Really?
But right here, right now, I'm enthralled by your company, and this is the greatest gift any man could ever hope for while his heart is beating. And you're making mine beat faster.
Have you been then called a pig by some women that you say that to?
No, actually.
No?
More like, can I see your tongue, please?
Look at that, see?
Can I? Because I think women are sick and tired of guys banging cassette boxes next to each other, even though it's a sloppy show. And what they really want from guys is truth. Well, I get paid. But what they really want is truth. I think they want honesty from guys. So I think it's our responsibility to tell them the absolute truth.
So you're with a woman now, though, that you've been with for a while, aren't you?
I have 2 kids with Shannon Tweed.
Yeah.
I've been together with her for 18 years, but the notion that anybody else besides the mother who gave me birth could ever ask me where you're going and what are you doing, it's like, who wants to know? Shut up.
You don't want... Oh, okay.
No ownership of human beings allowed. We're in the 21st century. It's time for us to stop torturing women, and it sure as hell is time for women to stop torturing men. So the notion is when you grow up, you should be free. Period. And the notion that somebody else who you marry, by the way, when you get grown up, if you get divorced, you're going to give her 50% of pre-tax gross dollars, more than the United States government, incidentally, who gives you nuclear armed forces, a social security system, all the girls you can bang until it falls off, But if you get married and then get divorced, no, she's taking more than the government, 50%, right?
Right.
You're not going to have access to any of her girlfriends, and she's not giving you any if she's got a headache. What do you think about that? So who created this system? The devil?
That sucks, Gene.
Well, only if she likes you.
It's an awful situation.
So marriage, here's what we know about marriage. It's an institution, and you've got to be committed to it. If that doesn't sound like a nut house, I don't know what does. And the only thing wrong with marriage, as we know it, is that one of the two getting married usually is a man. That's the only problem with it. We are not built for it. We don't make 1 or 2 eggs. We make zillions of sperm, with as much effort as we do eating a potato chip.
So you could go out right now and get laid, and Shannon's not going to have a problem with that?
Well, as a matter of fact, I don't think
how does that work? Like,
it works like this. It doesn't matter what anybody thinks about your life.
But you have to go home eventually, and she's got to be
I have to go to my home.
Right.
Wow. What you need is a cohabitation agreement.
Look,
that
man,
says,
I'm with you.
Right.
I just want to know how you pull it off.
Here's how you do it. Honest.
I understand,
but here's how you do it.
Give us a lesson, Gene.
Right. Okay, number one, before you marry a girl, before you get engaged with her, sit down and have a heart-to-heart conversation. I'm serious now. This is not even about jokes. If you love her, tell her. If you don't think you're going to be completely faithful to her until the day you die, which is, P.S., what the oath says, I'm going to keep you, I'm going to hold you in sickness and in health until you die. If you're not sure about those words, tell her. Just put it up front. She'll appreciate the honesty. And if she doesn't appreciate the honesty, run. Get the hell out of there. That's number one. Number two is, do not get married unless you're ready for the consequences, which is 50% of your gross pre-tax dollars giving to her. 2, don't do a prenup. A prenuptial presupposes you're getting nupped, which means more than half of the is going to put your ass away, because some of them are going to be guys, half of them are going to be girls, some of the guys are voting with the girls. You're dead.
So that doesn't
Most
work.
important of all is get something called a cohab or cohabitation agreement. Do not have joint bank accounts. Do not give her a credit card. You can have a credit card in your own name. You're not. You don't own her. She's free. And she wanted liberty and equal access to power. Get a job, get a machine gun, and go to the front lines of Afghanistan.
Nice.
Wow, Gene.
Welcome to the 21st century.
Holy
you want
Jesus.
power? You got it.
You are God. Oh. To be able to pull that one
Now
off.
tell me if any of that was untrue, what I just said.
Oh, it's all true.
The only thing wrong with, two guys are talking, okay? I say, Opie, I got a girl for you. She's really interesting and very well-read and so on and so forth. The first thing you say is, what does she look like? Same conversation with 2 girls. I got a guy for you. His name's Opie. Yeah. The first question she's going to say is, what does he do?
Yeah.
Defense rest, Your Honor. Next case. Check, please. So you mean to tell me if I tell you, honestly, I tell either of you guys, I've got this devastating girl. She's sweet as can be, charming, and beautiful. And she works with the sanitation department. I'll be there in a half hour, babe. However, the same conversation with 2 ladies. I've got this guy. He's charming, well-read, speaks 5 languages, works at the sanitation department. Are you kidding me? She's talking about his job. Wow. Why? He doesn't make enough money. Of course, if he's in the union, he does fine.
Was this some kind of a divine thing, or did you have to learn through some bitter experience?
Never been married, but let me ask you a question. Do you think you've got to be shot by a gun to know it's not good for you?
No.
So this notion of, some people say, oh, you don't know what it means like because you've never experienced it. What are you on, crack? I don't have to experience jumping off a building to, I better not go there.
No, that's good, but the way that with all the passion you speak about it.
Because everybody around me is tortured. Every guy I talk to, every guy in my band's been divorced or is on his way to divorce at least once. Peter's on his 3rd marriage. God bless him.
But they're not selling cars. I mean, they're out there and they're being tempted a lot.
Soon they are. What do you mean they're not selling cars?
Well, I'm just
the kiss car, Opie.
I think it's harder to have a commitment if you're on the road, 200.
No, the problem is not that you can't have what you want. The problem is a lack of honesty. I would say the same thing to women. I would say, before you get married, demand full disclosure. No skeletons in the closet. If I was a woman, I'd wait for both you guys in jail. No. Sorry. Another conversation. If I was a woman, I would demand that above all else. And as a guy, demand it, because if you don't get honesty and if you don't tell her everything about yourself, you're going to pay. And you're going to pay more than you ever dreamed. More than your house? More than you? More than you?
Look at me.
More than anything. Have you been divorced?
Well,
actually, Gene, right in the middle of it right now.
Good luck.
And let me tell you something. Yeah. This was an odd situation because I was a goddamn construction worker when I got married.
Yeah.
I was pulling in maybe $300 a week. Okay, that's what I was doing.
But here's the worst part.
Yeah.
The less you make, the worse it hurts. The more you make, the less it hurts. But the notion for me...
Now I'll talk to you from experience. No, Gene.
But here's the worst... At the end of the day, women may be upset by this, but you wanted it, you got it. You want honesty? Here's the cold, hard facts of life, because I care enough about you to be completely honest. Number one, I find if I'm in love with you, I'll tell you, I love you. With all my heart and all my soul. Number two, you will never be the only one in my life, period. Number three...
Are you talking to Norton right now or telling us something?
Okay. Fine if you are, sir.
And you've got to be honest. Number three is, if your sister comes in the room, I'll want her. And if your mom comes in, I'll do her too. Tell me that's not true. Any one of you guys. No, I'm not like that.
No,
yes, you are.
Not the mom.
That type of blatant honesty is very rare.
Not the mom?
It depends how hot she is.
That's just what defense rests.
See, there you go again.
But there's not many hot moms out there.
Well, where you come from.
Gene, that type of honesty, though, is very rare. But you're looking at it like a Vulcan should look at it.
So you're willing to go into an institution called marriage and be dishonest because you're not willing to divulge every sense of you. Like, in other words, she's going to be with you, and you're going to divulge, here's the real me. We're going to share the same bed.
Right.
We'll go to the same toilet thing. We'll eat at the same table. You're never going to really know me. Why? Because I'm afraid of telling you certain things. Then why the hell get married?
I'm not saying you're not 100% correct on this. What I'm saying is it's against human nature almost to be the way you're doing.
Marriage is against human nature, and I'll tell you why. I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
Because in the days when we lived in caves, if man was monogamous and only stayed within that cave, within a generation or two, we would all be cross-eyed and retarded. The gene pool is alive and well for one reason only, because we're all dogs.
Wow. All right.
Don't disagree with him again. I'm sorry, Mr. Simmons.
Gene, you're hanging, right? We got to take a break.
Well, can we talk about my book?
Yeah,
of course.
Yeah. But you're hanging? I mean, we could give the big plug. The book's out, and it's getting rave reviews, and you're doing a signing at Barnes & Noble in the Village. When, tomorrow or tonight?
Tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night at 6 o'clock, right?
Oh, Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Tomorrow I got to do the Today Show and the View, and I can't wait to get on the View.
You're going on the View?
Oh, you bet.
Say that on the View.
Oh, I think those ladies are terrific. I think those ladies are terrific, and what they want is exactly what they'll get. Finally, an honest man.
Oh my God, good. I am going to watch the View because I want to see a little bit of honesty.
Why do all you guys lie to your women? You got to stop it. Yeah. They'll find out about it sooner or later. Better sooner than later. I caught you in bed with 5 nurses. Well, I'm a man. Oh, my God. You know, when the dog pees on the carpet, I can't believe it. He's a goddamn dog. What do you want from him? How come you didn't sit up and watch I Love Lucy reruns? Instead, you pooped on the carpet. Lady, I'm a dog. That's what we do. We poop on carpets.
All right, this is what we're going to do. We're going to take phone calls. We're going to talk about the book next, okay? Cool.
Anything you want.
Gene Simmons in the studio. So in the studio, Gene Simmons from Kiss, Anthony. Talking about his new book, Kiss and Make Up.
I was also talking about my Johnson, but we were off the air.
He's talking about WNEW here in New York.
Yeah. It was the first station. Keep banging those cassettes today. God damn it. I know.
Why does that bother you so much?
Because when I talk, I'm delusional. I actually want to see the spotlight on. I want to see everybody freeze. That's what makes him get up on stage. In real life, I couldn't function.
Right.
I'm talking. Everybody else is moving around. I want everybody standing. It's what makes you get up on stage. Otherwise, they drag you away in the white coats.
Well, we listened to the last segment. That was good.
I know, but I haven't been paid.
All right, so back to WNEW in New York. This was the first station?
It was the very first station that ever played anything that at least I ever heard. And it was a great DJ whose name was Allison Steele, the Nightbird.
Oh, yeah.
And, before corporate America got wind of all kinds of stuff and told DJs what to play, and this is the list. She played whatever she wanted.
We tell people that all the time.
It's
because we don't play music anymore on our show. But the jocks out there, they're handed.
Yeah, they get the list and they got to go through that. There's no more freedom to play whatever they want. That's
it's
for sure.
Too bad because I really think okay.
Go ahead.
Well, you should do something that touches your heart. even if it's another man's hairy hand. You know, whatever it is that lifts your skirt, that's what you should do so that it connects. Otherwise, you're just some kind of conduit. You're like a pipe. You're not even a human being. It just sort of carries the information. And you know what? That's okay, too. Better than working for a living.
All right. Now, who is this next to you, Gene?
This is my sister, Melissa. Can you see the resemblance?
Your sister?
Yeah, look.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
To paraphrase my black brethren.
We're not buying that one. No.
I don't quite rub my sister's hand the way you are in that fashion.
Isn't she the most beautiful one? I mean, just...
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's the latest model?
As a matter of fact, she's the lady you're going to be dreaming about tonight.
Yeah.
I know how that goes.
Hey, we're talking about merchandising. Is it true you trademarked the dollar sign?
As a matter of fact...
How does that story go?
Well, the money bag, you can't trademark the dollar sign, but the money bag, you know, like the bag of money and with a money sign in the middle of it, I trademarked that for all uses 25 years ago. So now there's going to be a brand new line of clothing called Gene Simmons Dragonfly shirts. This is Dragonfly, the company that makes the shirts now, and they'll be hitting the stores, I don't know, sometime spring. Also, the first Gene Simmons Dragonfly store will be opening in Hollywood in the spring, as well as, get ready for this, Gene Simmons Tongue magazine, which is being put out, so help me God, by Sterling McFadden. And the deal about the Gene Simmons Tongue magazine, I love to have my first name in the front. It just blows me away, or blows me either way, is that the beautiful girl on the cover, we're going to go head-to-toe or toe-to-toe with Maxim and all the rest. I think the guys are having a crack attack.
Oh, that's the home of the guys.
Start yelling.
We're going to get them back in a few minutes.
Oh,
so,
great.
Gene Simmons Tongue magazine is going to have the latest, most beautiful, enchanting woman on the cover, but she'll have to stick her tongue out. Right. And Fork Tongue is going to be the restaurant and food section. Tongue lashings is going to be the letter column, and so on.
But back to the dollar sign, is it true Monopoly has to pay you or something like that?
No. Although I can't stop them from using it. Sorry, I forgot to mention the Gene Simmons Dragonfly line of clothing is going to use the money bag logo as its main thing, the way the little alligator and the guy on the polo shirt stuff is happening to those other companies. Yeah.
You just wake up in the morning and go, what the hell else can I come up with?
What are you talking about? The Kiss Broadway play? On its way. Rob Roth, the guy that directed Beauty and the Beast.
And what is this going to be about? A little storyline there.
You know, it's sort of on the yellow brick road about four guys who chased the dream. Yeah. Four guys who wanted to put together the band they never saw on stage, but along the way realized they had to put on more makeup and higher heels than your mother.
Is it like a Beatlemania type Kiss thing?
That didn't have a story. This is going to be about heart and soul. In a very real way, it's probably going to be like a Jekyll and Hyde fable with guitars. The notion being that be careful what you wish for because it comes true. So along the way, we created these personas, you know, the Demon and Star Child. The problem was they took over, and so people stopped relating to us as real human beings. And then, of course, all the pitfalls of hell, drugs and booze and sort of ego and all that got the better of a lot of the band. And it's all about the phoenix rising from the ashes. You know how even from despair, you can win if you really care, like all champions.
All right, let's go to the phones. A lot of people want to talk to Gene Simmons. Ralph, what's going on?
What's going on, fellas?
Hey.
How you doing, Gene?
You know what? If I was any happier or luckier, I'd be throwing up right now.
Thanks a lot, man. I just wanted to tell you, your book was great. I read it cover to cover in one night.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
I want to thank you for autographing my box set at Tower Records last week.
Hey, that's right, the Kiss box set. Hey, get yours at the stores.
If you want Ralph, you had to say the box set.
And if you want the giant...
If you don't know, the box set's out there.
I'm not going to let them stop me. I don't care about them. I care about me. So the Kiss, the
Let's
large
not talk about any more products on the phones, okay?
I wanted to ask one more question, though.
Yes.
One more question. Any truth to the Shea Stadium rumors? For the final Kiss concert?
So far, no, but I reserve my rights.
You reserve your rights? So that's a maybe.
Anything's possible.
What happened to Peter Criss?
Peter, who I love obviously straight and have some problems when he's not, in the same way that your family may be dysfunctional like ours. We saw each other, Paul, Peter, and I went to the NARAS Awards. They give us the Heroes of New York Award. And Garth Brooks actually presented us through video the kind of congratulations thing. He's a great guy. And we kidded around. You know, Peter's doing great. It's just that we couldn't come to terms on the Australian and Japanese tours.
He wanted too much money, is the rumor? Or
well, there's no such thing as too much. There's what you want and what I want.
Why didn't you give him what he wanted?
Because I didn't feel that anybody should get more than anybody else. And so if you can't make a deal, let's be friends. You know, we don't have to hate each other. It's like, hey, you know what? We couldn't make a deal. maybe next time. So we went with Eric Singer, kicked off, quiet. We kicked off at Tigers, what am I talking about? In Tokyo Stadium in Tokyo. And 76,000 fans had a ball. And don't you worry, I'll be telling anybody to be quiet. In the same way that if I talk when you guys are on, tell me to be quiet.
No.
Jim, you're not saying anything.
I'm listening to Mr. Simmons. I was scolded for my squeaky chair, and I don't like it. I'm going to be quiet and enjoy.
You got to have a question for him. You've been looking forward to Gene coming in all day today.
He's banged 4,600 chicks. The next time, can I just push your cheeks?
Push your cheeks. I thought you were only say that if we were in jail together.
Gail, what's going on? Gail. Hey, Gail. Gail. Hello.
Oh, I hear her there somewhere.
Hello, hello, hello.
Her name probably isn't Gail, and she'll just sit there on the phone listening but not answering.
All right, let's go to Tony. Tony, you're next on the Opie and Anthony Show. What's up?
What's going on?
We're hanging with Gene Simmons, man.
Yeah, I see that. Yo, all right. I have a couple questions. Number one, Gene, was your parents pissed off with your young experience with makeup?
I'll tell you, my mother is probably the most wonderful woman who ever walked the face of the earth.
She was cool?
She's a German Nazi concentration camp survivor, and her philosophy about life I would strongly recommend to you and everybody else. And it goes like this. When asked about, I don't know, my being attracted to women, beautiful ones especially, or the good things in life, or enjoying everything, so she was asked by People magazine, what do you think of your son doing that? She said, well, as long as he doesn't hurt himself with drugs and alcohol and booze and doesn't hurt anybody else, the rest doesn't matter. Guess what? She's right.
Mm-hmm.
So does she love her new houses? You betcha.
Oh, took care of Mom, huh?
All right, were you on Stacker 2 in the 80s?
Pardon me?
Were you on Stacker 2 in the 80s?
I don't get it, Tony.
Great, Tony.
No,
what is Stacker 2?
Oh, you lose weight by taking the Stacker 2. And it makes you hyper, so maybe there was a drug thing there. A little drug reference.
I don't know what he was talking about.
Yeah, I don't know what he's talking about.
I think he wanted to ask you if you were on the coke in the 80s.
Never been high or drunk in my life.
No, not even a drink or anything, huh?
Well, somebody says, well, you take a sip, and as soon as I smell it, I'm not saying this for a fact. I don't care who believes it or who not. Just my personal choice. To me, it smells like turpentine or something. So if a beautiful woman has a cigarette in her hand, I'm thinking, why, if you make your lips look beautiful, why would you want to stink up the inside? Why would you want to make it smell like an ashtray if the outside looks so beautiful and inviting? And likewise with drinking. I mean, if women should know this. I mean, I'm not here to preach, but drinking will age you faster than you can ever imagine. It'll dry out your skin, and you look like an old hag before your time. So, you don't want to get old? Women especially, don't drink. P.S., it's obvious when you're pregnant, you're not allowed to drink. So, duh, when you're sober, what happens? It doesn't affect you? So, no drinks, no drugs, no... The only thing I care about is every day above ground, making it a good day. Look. Life is
Looks like you're having a great day.
Life is every day is beautiful.
Although I have to disagree with you with women drinking, because if it wasn't for alcohol, I would never get laid. So please,
have you ever tried a ball-peen hammer?
Yes.
Poor Norton.
Well, Gene, look at him. I mean, is he telling the truth or what? It's about honesty today. Look at him.
I think he's got a lot. You know what? I want to tell you something. If you talk to women, they'll tell you it's true. They're good-looking guys, and they'll be attracted to them. But if you've got nothing coming out of your mouth, and it's just, if it's the back end, the air coming out, they're going to drop you like yesterday's news. What they want is a guy with soul, especially soulful eyes. And babe, you've got it.
That's not soul.
Oh yes, it
is soul.
That's the devil, my man. It is soul. Look, he's arguing with
What they want is honesty and consideration. Treat a woman like a lady, and you'll be the king.
It's so funny that Gene has no clue who Jim Norton is.
I just really want to hang out with him.
Howie, what's up?
Hi, boys.
Hey.
Hello, Mr. Simmons. How you doing?
I'm wonderful.
Quick story and a quick question. Back in '76, my sister threw up on the seat in front of her at the Spectrum at the Kiss Show.
Was she drinking?
Nasty.
Was she drinking?
And how'd you guys get involved with NASCAR?
He just wanted to tell you about the story. Isn't that funny?
Jump to the question.
He just felt he had to
You should write a script around that story.
I'll tell you what happened is they actually called us. Sterling Marlin, who's one of the champions of all time in NASCAR, as you know, was the driver in this year's NASCAR. Paul and I were asked by NASCAR to be the Grand the Grand Marshals. And it really happened very simply. We recognized the greatness of NASCAR, and perhaps they thought we were something.
Yeah, I work at a track.
Where?
I work at the Pocono track in Pennsylvania.
Ah. Well,
I get to work in the pits.
It's amazing, isn't it, when those cars come around, the ground shakes.
Yeah, it's crazy being there.
People don't have a clue.
You also have to watch out for the flying lug nuts.
Is that a joke? Or
no, it's not a joke. You have to watch out what's going on there. But
no question. In the Miami race that we were in about 3-4 weeks ago, there were 3 guys that were knocked right off. Somebody came into the pits, one of the guys, and when they went out, obviously 3 people got in the way, and they went flying right in front of people.
I was at the Daytona race when Earnhardt passed away.
Unbelievable.
All right, you guys have a good night.
Thanks
so much.
Thanks.
All right, let's get a
Kiss involved in everything.
Sergio.
How you doing? Big fan.
Thanks, sir.
I want to ask Gene, what was the worst tasting coochie you ever tasted with that big tongue?
Honestly, it was your sister.
Oh, damn! I gotta tell her. All right, repeat.
Incidentally, can you guys, like a blonde guy, are you allowed to say peace? I don't think you're allowed to say.
You can say that.
What's up? You can't. You're not allowed to say. There's no cultural reference.
We talk in code all the time on this show. So
peace out.
Who is the worst celebrity?
You can't do that.
Who is the worst celebrity in bed? You banged a lot of them. Give us some dirt.
Me. I was the worst.
He ain't gonna give us dirt, is he?
No, sir.
He doesn't kiss and tell.
Most, well, except in the book, by the way, which is available at your local bookstore.
What can we look forward to as far as the book goes? Kiss and Makeup.
Kiss and Makeup is, yes, it's about the weird guy who sticks his tongue out, and yes, it's about Ace and Peter and Paul and all that stuff. But it really is the story of a little kid who came to America, who was dirt poor with his mom. And I was born in Israel, supposedly the promised land. Well, I'm here to tell you that America is the promised land. This is the only place when Arab and Israeli can look each other in the face, where Irish Catholics and Irish Protestants can look across the table from each other and discuss everything and please pass the butter. Right here in America is the only place where you can have dialogue between all peoples on the face of the planet, because this is a microcosm of Earth. The only place that, as far as I'm concerned, where humanity has a chance of survival. The rest of the world, we're killing each other because we're different. As soon as you cross a border, we don't like them because they're different than us. They speak differently. They wear diapers on their head. Whatever it is that's bugging you about stuff, it all comes down to they're different, we're not. And this is the only country in the world that extols and celebrates the differences between people. And the book is about that, about how this is the promised land and how I owe America and its people everything.
How do you feel about what we're doing over there in Afghanistan?
It's the right thing.
Yeah.
I believe that everybody's allowed due process, and the UN is a wonderful place to have a conversation, but once you break the laws of humanity and civilization, you deserve what you want. And P.S., the intelligence community has recently informed us that the Taliban and the extreme Muslims, not the good ones, okay? The extreme Muslims were very, very heavy smokers. In fact, the heaviest smokers they've ever known. And if they're not smoking now, they soon will be, babe.
Nice. All right. With that, we're going to get him out of here. All right. So the book signing's tomorrow.
Yeah, listen, I'm looking forward to it.
At Barnes & Noble.
Barnes & Noble, but tomorrow you can watch
Wednesday, I'm sorry. Wednesday. Barnes & Noble down there in the Village off Astor Place, right? Barnes & Noble on Astor Place, Wednesday, with Gene Simmons signing copies of Kiss and Makeup. And tomorrow on The View.
And Today's Show and Bill O'Reilly and, all that stuff.
Watch out for Bill.
Bill O'Reilly.
Hey, you know what? I get along with. There's nothing.
We had a little interview with Bill. He pushes a little too hard.
It's all good for me because anybody.
He's got an agenda over there. Be careful.
The agenda is nothing. The agenda is if you speak your mind.
I'm just messing with you.
If you speak your mind, it's all good. And if he steps over the line, I'll tell him. Look, just because you're gay, it's no reason to take it out. No reason to take it out on me. So, there's going to be a mutual respect and admiration society when we see each other because I don't have to agree with your point of view. Just tell me how you feel.
I want to see Bill say that. I was a Kiss fan. I used to put the makeup on.
I used to watch O'Reilly, who I think is terrific, by the way. I think it's a breath of fresh air.
Yeah, he's a good guy.
Breath of air. Because everybody else is going, the government's institutionalized the cross-collateralization of the cross... What the hell are you talking about? This guy says, these guys, crack attack.
On the homeless guys, we're going to get them back in here. But Gene, thank you.
Had a ball.
This has been a pleasure, especially for Norton, who said nothing.
Norton, come on, say something.
I was just very happy to
One question.
What can I ask him?
Can I push in your cheeks?
You've been a fan for over 25 years.
Yeah,
one question.
we met, and I want to get a picture.
There's not one question you want to ask him. Something that he can answer.
Talk to Star Stowe.
You know, it's not even funny. Star Stowe passed away.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Great question.
Well, that's the one name I remember from the 70s.
Star Stowe was a beautiful playmate. In 70-something. She was gorgeous.
She's never going to come back now.
But, you know, she had a wonderful life, and unfortunately, it didn't last long enough, I'm sorry to say.
She was the girl from the, I think, the Trapper poster.
Gorgeous, gorgeous girl. Beautiful, nice human being, innocent.
All right. Thanks for bringing the show down, Norton.
That's the only name I could think of.
Oh, good job.
God, do I suck?
You do. Gene Simmons,
go back
everyone.
to the cheeks.
Pick up Kiss and Makeup, all right? We'll be back with the homeless guys again.
My God.
I want to thank Gene Simmons for stopping by today.
Well, the instant feedback, Opie.
They loved it, right?
Oh, my God, no. Where were you guys during the time he was here? I'm not even going to skip any. Here is me scrolling down instant feedback.
Let me just take this phone call first, because it sets it up nice. Jay, what's going on?
Yeah, let me just go on record. That was absolutely the most self-righteous rant I've ever heard. He's telling all of us how to live, and I think he hawked every Kiss product ever made. What an a-hole.
I like people that come on our show and be themselves.
Hey,
if that's himself, he's a complete a-hole.
There were no surprises there.
I loved it. The guy was being honest. He wasn't trying to be someone he's not, and I respect him for that.
Well, I'd rather listen to you guys than Norton. That guy's a jerk later.
All right, Jay. Well, I enjoyed my time with Gene Simmons.
Did you call me a jerk?
No. Go ahead, Ed.
Here we go. We'll start with Mark.
This is right off the instant feedback? All right, go ahead.
Gene's the biggest blowhard on the planet. I used to be a big fan, but now he's just a self-loving, self-important whore. Beverly saying, could there be a more pompous, self-promoting ass than Gene Simmons?
Any good ones in here? Don't skip the good ones if you have.
No. Okay. Shut the F up already. Please un-effing plug Gene Simmons. He is a whiny Jew, not a rock star. Damn. Gene is a genius, but Christ, what an effing dork. For the love of God, listening to this guy is like seeing a porno without the remote control. Please turn him off. Would someone please crack Gene in the head with a steel bar and use his brains to lubricate Norton's chair? Then give the cold body to Gay Marker for a fitting end. Jesus Christ. They're just every single one of them.
I got a few.
I could barely hear above the sound of the cassette boxes clinking together, the sound of listeners tuning up at a K-Rock.
Oh, man. Greg from Jersey. It's a little early for this, but I learned that Gene Simmons is a bigger whore than Heidi Fleiss, or Norton, for that matter.
I deserve that. I'm now going to drink the water he left here.
If I had Gene's life, I wouldn't need drugs either. Gene Simmons sounds like a priest.
The interview with Gene Simmons is the best I've heard in a long time. Gene, thank you for finally telling the guys out there that what we really want is someone with a soul. You're the greatest. That's D.
Oh, there you go. Get this Kiss fag off the radio. Jeez. Gene Simmons is the Krusty the Clown of Earth with all the products.
Jerry from Philly. That was an interesting segment of Who Cares Corner with Gene Simmons. Bring back the homeless.
Why, he is a whore.
Beverly from the city. Could there be a more pompous, self-promoting ass than Gene Simmons? He's probably listening to this. We're just we're not,
Peter Chris.
We're just reading them as they come in.
Peter Chris checking in here. Please, Gene, let me get back in the band. I'll let you trademark and copyright my kids.
Fitty from Boston. Shut up and stick your tongue out, you big dummy.
The homeless guy out there is like,
hold on, go ahead, Ben.
The homeless guy out there is like, we're even funnier than Gene Simmons.
Oh, my God. Will, a lot of these coming in. Gene is more shameless than Norton with plugs.
I don't know why Gene's getting trashed. All he talked about was how you shouldn't marry a chick and you should tell her you're going to bang other chicks. How could every guy not love that? I wish I could pull that off.
Gene Simmons born in Israel. Who would have guessed?
That's a low blow. Low blow.
Hey, look, I'm just reading right off of the...
I don't want him getting pissed like we're just reading the negative ones.
No.
Okay. If there's a positive one, read it. Okay.
There is...
What are they saying out there? They're just screaming. All right, we're going to have to get them in again.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Hi, my name is Sellout. And a lot of people commenting on the fact that, yeah, Gene can be honest with women in that way because he's Gene Simmons, has a lot of money, and he was in Kiss.
That's what I was trying to say. Like, you're not selling cars or your bandmates aren't selling cars. That's, you know, it makes it tougher to hang out with the same lady when you're on the road seeing
not only
night
that.
after night.
You get the guy working at a deli, let's say. He's not going to have 20,000 women throwing themselves at him so he can pick and choose which ones he's going to be honest with. You know, if you have a hot chick that comes up to you and you're working at a deli or construction or something, I'm going to sit her down now and tell her that I'm going to F other chicks and this, that, and the other thing. And she goes away and you're like, it's just another night of jacking it at home by myself. You know? There aren't all these women coming on to the regular guy.
Big Will, what's up?
Oh, hey, how you doing?
Good.
I thought Gene Simmons right on the money. Everything you said was true.
All right.
He's not self-righteous.
So you like...
Except for Norton's comment, you know. Good question, Norton. Thanks for bringing the show again.
Yeah. I really didn't know that she had died. I just asked the question because I remember the name from the 70s. What a jackass I am.
Oh. Yeah, I'm not a big Kiss fan, but I was listening to the whole interview, and I thought he was right on the money.
Out of all the questions you're going to ask. Good one.
I really am a meaty
Why don't you
worthless
ask Jim Craig if he wants a beer? Yeah, good.
Hey, O&A, how
that was me, guys? All right, Big Will.
Stick your nose.
Steve from FoundYourMusic.com. Did you enjoy the Gene Simmons time?
I actually did, because I'm a huge Gene Simmons fan. I mean, that guy is living the lifestyle I would like to be living at 50 years old, to be perfectly honest with you. I just think his views about marriage are a little bit, skewed, because at 24 he was touring, and I said this to him when he was in here. His view of reality is a little warped because at 24 he was touring the world banging as many women as he possibly could. He wasn't working in some menial job, at 24 years old. So, of course he can go and do that stuff. Of course he can say he can be open with women as much as he wants to, because look at what he's been doing for 30 years.
Although, in his defense, I will say there's a lot of rock stars that aren't open like that, and he just tells it like it is. He's an honest guy, whether you like him or not.
Wow.
I'd drink from his mule.
I'm starting to think you would drink from anyone's mule there.
No.
At this point.
I certainly wouldn't. No, all right.
Laura, what's up? For the door, you
guys, how are you?
Go ahead, Laura.
Gene Simmons stinks.
Shut up, stupid.
I'd rather hear Stalker Patty's talons on the chalkboard.
Well, we can't have Stalker Patty in here every day,
Well,
all right, Laura, you're breaking up.
You know why she doesn't like Gene Simmons? Because she knows he wouldn't throw her one. That's why. She's probably a big fatty in a trailer, and he wouldn't lick his long, luscious kiss tongue at her. And so she's resentful. Don't be resentful of the rock star.
All right, Anthony.
Yeah.
Hey, what's up?
What's up? Listen, all these guys bashing Gene Simmons are just pissed off because they want his life.
I agree, dude.
He has everything every guy wants. And... That's BS, man. I love him. He's great.
I respect him because he went on the air and he was just honest. Whether you like it or not.
I don't know if I have the balls to say that to a woman.
Hell no.
I mean, usually you lie to get in their pants. And he's straight up with them.
And the line continues after that. Anthony, good one. Thank you.
All right, thanks, guys.
And he mentioned ball-peen hammer. Gotta respect that.
Butt Munch saying, Gene Simmons, way to promote harmony with the Jews on the first day of Hanukkah. Put a bigger Jewish a-hole stereotype on next year. Maybe Ben Stein. Oh, my God. I swear to you, I have not found one positive instant feedback.
Well, now they know you're looking for bad ones, though, Anthony.
Yeah.
I know how they play that game at home.
Ah, right.
It was very real when you started the reading of the instant feedback.
Oh, okay.
It's kind of like that serious question game we play.
Right.
Rock and roll Tommy.
Tommy, what'd you think of Gene Simmons? You like meeting him?
I think Gene is worth the deuce. Oh! Yes, we met him.
He's worth... Wait it off for that potty mouth.
Oh, be
That's
careful.
Bad language. We can't say that on the air.
Yeah. No cursing, Tommy.
He's used the same line more times in a row than Boss.
You never heard that song, You're Worth the Deuce?
Right.
Yeah, get on mic.
You gotta get on the mic, though.
Get on mic.
Oh, yeah.
His personality was too He's worth the deuce. I'm worth the trace.
Yeah, you had Gene Simmons' personality was what?
I'm worth the too powerful.
It was too powerful.
Yeah. The Tippy Tom and the Rock and Roll Tommy could not handle the power. But Gene knew a lot of people I know, man. Steve Marriott, Phil Lynott from Thin Lizzy.
He knows the same people as you, huh?
But I got to meet him, and thank you
Humble
guys
Pie.
for so generous to me.
Thin Lizzy.
All right.
Trapeze.
Now you're drinking those Sam Adams beers.
When was the last time you guys? When was the last time you guys ran into a celebrity before Gene Simmons?
Gene Simmons is not a celebrity.
Oh, he's not a celebrity?
What is he?
He's a deuce, man.
He's a deuce, Opie.
What is a deuce, Anthony? I'm acting like I know the homeless talk.
I have no clue.
Huh? No, I know it's a kiss song.
Yeah, he's a deuce.
But he's a deuce.